Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this video. Track Stopper back at y'all again. Thank you for tuning in to 808s and Kicks. So, today we had the Aqua 8s release. They did pretty good. Pretty good. And to be honest with you guys, I am not surprised. They sold the way they did. Looked like they sold out on the Nike sneakers app. If they didn't sell out on Foot Locker and Champs this morning, they should be sold out by the time I post this video. Finish line didn't even have a lot of pairs left when I looked at the app as well. It wasn't hard for you to get a pair of these. I think the stock numbers were pretty good. They were pretty decent. A lot of people that didn't get the Kobe's yesterday that released, those total oranges, they went for these Aquas today. That's just how it goes, you know. I was lucky enough to get my hands on a pair, even though I do have the 2015 pair. So let's go on and get a look at them. All right, guys, here we have it here. They're coming in your Air Jordan box with that red Jumpman on the front of them. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Got the Nike Air on the side. Focus, come on, camera, focus, focus, focus. There we are. Got the Nike Air on the side. I got these right here in the size 9. Now, I will say this, guys. Jordan 8s, I usually can go up a half a size, especially with me wearing force fields in my sneakers and stuff. My Bugs Bunnies, I got an 8.5. I want to say my playoff 8s, those should be an 8.5 as well. Yeah, guys, you know, that's just a recommendation if you're wearing force fields in your sneakers and stuff. Other than that, shouldn't be too bad of a fit if you do go true to size and you don't wear a force field, if that makes sense. Now, upon opening these bad boys up, there's nothing special going on, nothing under the lid of the box. You do get, instead of paper, you get like this little plastic wrap around the sneakers and stuff, you know. Pretty good, pretty good. Now let's get a look at them. All right, guys, fresh out of the box, we have here our Air Jordan Playoff 8s. Very clean sneaker in my humble opinion. Very clean sneaker. Upon first you know, glance, already see it. This material on this shoe, this nubuck all around this shoe, be prepared to be brushing off a little bit of dust. Even these being dead stock, fresh out of the box, I'm already doing a little bit of dusting right now. It's just the way the material is. The material definitely attracts dust like it's crazy. Other than that, you know, get you some shoe protectors, you know, suede protector, water repellent spray them down before you wear them. Should be good to go. Now, feeling this nubuck, it doesn't feel tough like other pairs of sneakers that I felt with nubuck on it. Pretty nice feel to it. Very nice. Now, one thing I'm gonna say. One thing I love about Air Jordan 8s is the tongue. The tongue is always very soft. It's always nice and soft. And you gotta think, guys, remember, yes, a lot of people wear Jordans these days for the casual wear, right? But at the end of the day, Jordans are a basketball shoe. So you gotta think, planning the game for minutes or hours on end, you want something that's nice, that feels at least, you know, somewhat soft on your feet. You don't want nothing that's too rough on your feet when you out there on the court getting it in. Now we have here the straps on the Air Jordan 8. Now I'm gonna just throw that out there. The inspiration for these straps, if some of you guys didn't know, the Air Raids. If you ever seen the Air Raid sneaker, the Air Raid had the straps on it. That was the inspiration for the straps here on the Air Jordan 8s. And of course we get that 23 right there on top of the straps. Quick question for you guys. When you guys are wearing Air Jordan 8s, for those of you that have worn pairs or those of you that do plan on wearing pairs, do you wear these strapped up or do you wear them just with the, you know, do you wear them unstrapped? That's more like the cool, you know, hip sneakerhead way of wearing them. I mean, I wear mine with them unstrapped. That's just how I feel, you know, feel like wearing them. You know, I like them better that way actually too, and it's not too tight on me, you know. But jumping right back into things, you also get your Air Jordan going across the strap here on both sides, both your left and right. It says Air Jordan across that strap. Get your aqua blue and purple all on the tongue with that red Jumpman sign. back of the shoe, the heel, got like that suede feel to that material. It's not too much of a nubuck feel to it. You do have like that suede material, and it doesn't feel too bad as well, guys. Doesn't feel too bad at all. Bottom of the shoe, you get your artwork like you see on most Air Jordan 8s. It got like the little swirl job going on here with the arch and the heel. And on the tip, right underneath them toes, you get your red Jumpman. Very clean shoe in my humble opinion. Very clean shoe. We first saw these in '93 when Jordan decided to lace these up for the All-Star game. And Jordan did his thing like he always did, you know? Now, this is not the first time we've seen these. First time we seen these were in '93 when Jordan strapped them up. We also seen a retro of them in 2007. And we also seen a retro of them back in 2015, which I personally do have a pair of. I'm going to bust those bad boys out. Just so we can get a side by side, I'm going to bust those bad boys out. Alright guys, here we have it here. This is my 2015 pair. As you see, it does not come in the same box. We get the 2025 pair, and we get these in an all black box with your gold Jumpman on the top. Opening them up, you get the 23 paper. This pair right here I did have in a 9.5, but this is a size 9. Most of my like I said, most of my 8s I do wear in a 9.5. I actually have another pair on the way in the mail, and that pair is in a size 9.5, you know. But jumping right back into things for this 2015 pair, very nice. Busting these bad boys out, I already see a few differences in them, some that I actually do like. Alright guys, diving right into things, we have the 2015 pair out right next to the 2025 pair. Now, one thing I'll say about the 2015 pair that I do like is we got this. Those that been in the sneaker game for quite some time, if you know, you definitely know. I love back in the days when they used to give us the cards with our sneakers. I do miss that. I miss it a lot. You don't see that with a lot of the old retros anymore. You know, back in the days, we dang sure used to get the Jordan card. You know, to me, honestly, just to bring y'all back, I grew up in the 90s, right? You know, in the 90s, so like say like Saturday mornings you eating cereal and you used to like have the little prize inside the cereal box. I miss that stuff. Getting a pair of Jordans was almost like the same feel. Only difference is I'm not eating my Jordans, I'm wearing them. But at the same time, we used to, you know, love the little trinkets and stuff they gave us inside the box, man. I mean, it don't get no better than that, you know. And trust me, I guarantee you I'm speaking for a very large amount of people when I say Jordan, brand, and Nike. Please, 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 if you guys can, move this table back a little bit. If you guys can, if you may, please, bring the Jordan cards back. That's all we ask. Bring the Jordan's card, Jordan. Just can we have these cards back, please? But jumping right back into things, guys. Looking at these bad boys side by side, it's not too many differences, but there are a few. First things first, I'm gonna say this: the suede material on the 2015 pair, right next to the 2025 pair, is very different. So if we look at this colorway on this 2025 pair, right? Look at the 2015 pair. The 2015 pair is a bit darker than the 2025 pair. I like that. I like that they have that difference in them, you know? To be honest with you, I'm not gonna sit here and say that the dark is a deal breaker compared to the lighter one, because I feel like, let's say 10 years from now, when this shoe age, it's gonna get a little bit of a dark tint to it, you know, from either dirt or just wear, or you know, just age over time. It's the coloring is gonna change a tad bit with that, so it really doesn't matter to me, you know. But one thing that I also do like on the 2015 pair that I'm not seeing on the 2025 pair at all, if you look at the midsole here, the midsole got like that glitter. It's got that glitter in it. So it's got that glittery paint. I like that. I know I'm a different person, right? Some people don't like it, but guess what? I do. Put them right next to the 2025 pair. You don't see no glitter in that midsole at all. But this pair, you see it glistening. put them right next to each other, side by side. 2025 basically just got that shade of purple and blue paint. The 2015 pair has that glittery look to it. Now, let's look at the bottom of the shoe. Bottom of the shoe, it could be because the 2015 pair is a little bit older than the 2025 pair. Mind you, it is a 10-year difference. There is a tad bit of a lighter tint on the 2025 pair versus the 2015 pair. So if you look at the 2015 pair here, the bottoming, and as you see, it's a tad bit a little wear and stuff. I mean, I've worn these. Versus the 2025 pair, you can see a little bit of a difference. This are the 2015, these are the 2025s. There's a tad bit difference in the tinting of the shoe. Also, another thing that I would like to point out as well. If you look at this toe box, right? Look at the trimming. If you look at the trimming, the stitching all around this, right? See how it's got like that white look to it? Almost how like the Reimagined 5's head against, you know, the stitching on that. But if you look at the 2025 pair, it does not have that on the toe box. See how jet black that is? But the 2015 pair, you can see the stitching. It's very detailed in the stitching. Very detailed throughout that stitching in there. And look at the stitching here on the 2025. Put them side by side, you definitely see that difference. That's one thing that I do like with these. I like the stitching, how it's got that little white touch to it. Again, it's not a deal breaker for me on these. I like these just as much. But here's a but. At the end of the day, they're Aqua 8s, both of them are. It's just 2015, 2025, tiny differences, tiny differences. But at the same time, if you look at these, say like, you see somebody across the street, oh, they got these on. You're not all up close to them. From a distance, they both gonna look the same. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Please correct me if I'm wrong. One last thing that I also want to point out is the stitching on the tongues. The stitching on the tongues is very different. So if you look here on the 2015 pair, right? That stitching is not smooth at all. It's kind of got like the little tumbled look to it. If you look at the yellow stitching. But then we come over to the 2025 pair. The stitching is nowhere near as tumbled as the 2015 pair. Look how smooth that stitching is. And I hope you guys can get a good look at that. But look at that stitching around the tongue. It's very smooth. And I'll put them side by side. You got your 2015, your 2025. Look at the stitching on both tongues. You can definitely see a difference. Again, here's the deal, guys. Us sneakerheads that do YouTube, that do reviews, that talk about the sneakers and stuff, there are some things that sometimes can be a deal breaker for us. Like sometimes we like to talk about the leather quality on certain Jordans, like Jordan 1s or maybe Jordan 3s and stuff like that. It comes to a point where somebody like myself, I'm not really a stickler for that, because at the end of the day, the shape of a shoe doesn't always be the deal breaker for me. The quality is what is deal breakers for me sometimes. But in terms of quality, I don't think they did a horrible job in this 2025 pair. I said earlier, the quality in this nubuck feels soft, and when I feel the quality in the 2015 pairs, it does feel a tiny bit tougher than this. So if I was to say which one I like in terms of quality, I'm gonna go with the 2025 pair. In terms of detail, I'm gonna go with the 2015 pair. So all in all, it all depends on what you like and what you're looking for in either one of these sneakers, if that's something that you're really into. But let me get these bad boys out the way, because you already know the videos about these. Other than that, guys, we're gonna take a closer look at these bad boys, and then we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. Bringing back an OG colorway that we first seen in 1993 in the All-Star game that the great Michael Jordan himself wore. We have here the Air Jordan 8 Aquas. With the signature straps across the shoe, with the 23 on it, that soft tongue that we see on most pairs of Air Jordan 8s. The signature artwork on the bottom of the sneaker, and those aqua colors all throughout the midsole, all around the shoe, you cannot go wrong with this OG color of an Air Jordan 8. So what do you guys think? Are you a fan or are you not a fan? Let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, there you have it, a look at your 2025 Air Jordan 8 Aquas. Not a bad shoe in my opinion, and at the end of the day, can you really hate on this shoe too much? I mean, it's a retro, guys. This is, for me, I like it. It's a retro. It's something that I seen Jordan wearing when I was growing up, and so on and so forth. I know 8s are not for everybody, but you know, it is what it is, right? So let me know what you guys think. Drop some chit chat in that comment box. Did you guys secure a pair of these? Did you try to secure a pair and you didn't hit on these? I don't think it was really that hard for people to hit on these if you put in a little bit of legwork. You didn't even have to put too much legwork in. Like I said, you know, I feel like it was fairly easy for those that really wanted a pair of these to get them a pair. But let me know you guys thoughts on these. Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Did you cop? Did you not cop? Or did you just say you would pass? You know, maybe you didn't want to spend the money on this because you picked up a pair of the Kobe's yesterday that released. You know, sometimes it ain't easy when Nike be hitting us with back-to-back heat and stuff, and next thing you know, our bank account and our wallet is looking a little sad. You know, got to take care of priorities first, right? It's just what it is. It's life, right? But other than that, guys, I'm not going to talk your head off. If you can, if you may, hit that subscribe button down there. Want the little bell next to it. Don't be afraid to hit the bell as well if you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest when I'm dropping something new. You never know what you're going to get unless you subscribe, and you will definitely see. Other than that, guys, we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Stay blessed, stay fresh. Love your loved ones like it's no tomorrow. Until then, I'm going to see you all very, very soon on the next one. Peace.